Gottlieb's tastes good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
What's that you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. No matter how you take your hooch, we've got something ice cold and on tap. Now, serving it to you straight and unfiltered, here are Greg, Scott, and Dan.
Yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. Thanks for listening. Thanks for joining. Thanks for downloading and telling all your friends. We are the Unfiltered Gentleman. I am Greg. Over there, that is Scott.
Watch out.
And that's Dan.
What up?
Like I said, thanks for listening and thanks for spreading the word. Shout out to the top listening city of last week, which this time is Denver, Colorado.
Oh, snaps.
Denver was just here a couple weeks ago, I think, like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Coming back through the Mile High City.
Mile High.
Yeah, they got some good beer out there.
Yeah.
They do.
Yes, love me some Denver beer. What's up, Renegade? Send us free beer. Anyways, shout out to Denver. Thanks for listening. Also, our burp word of the week. If you're new to the show, we are not allowed to burp on the microphones without an attempt at the burp word. This one has extra credit. So the burp word this week is 2B.
2B?
2B.
Okay.
And if you can get the full thing out, it's extra credit. 2B or not 2B.
Oh, shit.
Yes, and we'll get into why that is later down.
That is the question. Damn.
Then we're just ending the show.
Looking at you, Scott.
We're done right there.
Let's go home early.
Yeah. There's just no topping that.
Yeah.
Do we get full pay if we leave early?
Yeah. And benefits.
Wow.
Yeah. So to be or not to be is the extra credit there. We'll get to why in the booze news. What else? Don't forget to show us your beers. Hashtag show us your beers on social media. And if you got any nice cans of beer out there, hashtag cans for cans because we love nice cans.
That is right.
Yeah. And don't forget to rate and subscribe on iTunes or anywhere else you might be getting your podcasts from, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. All right, that was a lot to get out. I'm getting pretty thirsty over here. Let's start things off right. All
Grab
right.
your libations, pals. It's time for beer of the week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
You know, Brut IPAs is all the craze right now. So we're jumping on the craze train, because that's a thing. We're drinking Sierra Nevada's Brut IPA. Absolutely.
All right.
6.2%, 25 IBUs. Has a 3.68 on Beer Advocate and a 3.53 on Untapped. From the brewery, they say this is our Brut IPA, a new take on IPA, brewed for a bone-dry, champagne-style finish.
Yeah.
Late hop additions give the beer balanced bitterness and a bright pop of citrus flavor. It's as intriguing as it is drinkable. And they used Simcoe for the bittering hops, and they finished it with Comet, Crystal, Chinook, and more Simcoe.
Crystal hops.
Crystal. Sorry. Yeah. What do you guys think of this Brut IPA?
I say, not expecting it, but just on the nose was like, it was dank for me at least. I was like, ooh wee.
Put it in the air. Scott, what say you?
I'm liking it.
Are you?
Yeah. I agree with the dankness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I have had a hard time liking these new Brut IPAs. A lot of them that I've tried so far have not been that great.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not going to say that this is amazing, but this is one of the better examples that I've had. It is dank. You do get some fruit from the hops.
Yes.
A lot of them have had this like just either nothingness to them or almost like a weird aftertaste.
Uh-huh.
This one has some pretty good flavor, no weird aftertaste, and it is definitely champagne dry.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
This is the real
But,
champagne
yeah,
beers.
This is Brut fantastic.
Yeah. I feel like popping some bottles.
Yeah.
We are popping bottles here.
That's right.
We're winners.
Yeah. So I drink a few of these, unlike some of the other Bruts I've had. Have you guys had other Brut IPAs?
I have, and it was nothing to write home about for me.
Would you say this is the best one you've had?
Faux show.
Okay, that's fair. Scott, have you had any other Bruts?
I have. I can't say this is the best.
Oh.
But,
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's right up there.
Can you name the best Brut that you've had?
Ew.
What was his name?
What was his name? John?
Aftershave.
Fred? I think it's Fred or Barney.
Old Spice.
One of those names.
Yeah.
I don't...
All right, we'll move on then.
yeah, thank you.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's up there. But
We don't want to hurt you.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Try to make me remember stuff.
Right. That's just cruel and unusual.
Oh, God.
So, anyways, the Sierra Nevada one I would definitely drink. It's got some good hoppiness to it, and
It's raining hops.
it's raining hops. Only 25 IBUs though. Could have fooled me. All right, let's move ourselves into some crotch talk.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
I got some grievance, some not grievances.
Uh-oh.
We'll start out with the grievances so we can end on a happy note.
Yeah.
I went to the Lady Friends, wait for it,
Uh-oh.
holiday party.
Was it on a boat, was it?
It was not on a boat.
Not
It
on a
was
shitty boat.
Not on a boat
The
or,
S that's shitty.
or with a goat or in
Wait.
a box with a fox.
President's Day holiday party?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But not that. It's like Christmas holiday party for her work.
In February?
Right. Let me just tell the listeners, this is February. You're not listening to an old episode.
Okay.
Batch 136, February. Her dumbass work just kind of like forgot to plan one. And like, oh, we'll do it maybe like early January. And then they got busy and they forgot again. And then like a week ago, like, oh, we should have our holiday party.
It's too late now.
It's too late. Let it go. Be like Frozen and let it go. So like on a week's notice, like, well, we're having our holiday party on Saturday. And I was like, ooh, I got to work on Saturday.
Oh.
This is like the one time I was excited to work on a weekend. You know, I was like, fuck yeah, gonna miss it. I finished early.
Oh.
That's
At
what
work.
she said.
Yeah, at work.
Oh.
And got home. She's like, oh, you made it just in time. I was like, so you're telling me if I had to come home 10 minutes later?
That's when I would have driven down the street and parked for
Oh,
about a
God.
half
Had I
hour.
know, you would have found me over at like 14 Cannons or something.
That's what should have happened.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Parked up with a couple of pints before I came home.
Oh, show.
So pissed. So they do their holiday parties at one of the boss's houses, like house.
Oh, dang.
It's so awkward.
Yeah.
Like who thinks like, oh, it's time off of work. Let's go hang out with our boss.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't break anything at their house.
No. You get fired if you do.
That's
I mean, I guess
right.
I could. I'd
Throw up in the bathroom.
Right?
Come on.
So like this is the second year in a row they've decided to do it at this same person's house, the boss house.
Bet you Home Depot doesn't have their parties at the boss's house. Doesn't
They might
sound-
have to.
Oh, fuck, I said their name. Didn't we say it was HD before? or
Oh
something?
yeah. Not
they
Lowe's.
couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, and not Lowe's was one
Okay.
of them too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, not
It's
Home
the
Depot.
Unlowe's
Yeah.
hardware store.
Right.
Damn it, Daniel.
So damn it, Daniel. So we go to his house, second year in a row, and they catered a bunch of food that nobody wanted to eat. It was like weird food. And their bosses had this thing where like, oh, we have to do like the gift thing, the gift exchange where like you can steal it from other people. You know what I'm talking about?
White
Come
elephant.
on.
Yeah, white
Yeah.
elephant. Thank you. I mean, we're 2 months
That's
removed.
such a racist game anyway.
I like to play pink elephant. Get drunk until you see pink elephant.
That's right.
Yeah. We're like 2 months removed from Christmas, and we're still playing this stupid game that nobody ever wants to play. And this year, in the past, the lady friend has been in charge of like getting most of the gifts. And there's always fights and stealing or whatever. This year, one of the there's three main bosses, and one of the other bosses was in charge. And they're all in their like 50s and 60s. In fact, probably none of them are in their 50s. Probably all in their 60s.
Whoa.
And everyone that works there, except for like one, is younger. And before it starts, the boss who bought all the presents proclaims like, this is the best Christmas or like gift year ever. I want all these things. And we open up as a bunch of shit. There was a pet stain remover, like a Bissell pet stain remover.
Oh, my God.
There was a safe. What else was there? There was a picnic basket with like silverware, you know, like it all stores inside of each other. The only good thing was a large Costco-sized bottle of Patron.
Oh, okay.
Like that was the only good thing. We ended up with a fucking ninja blender.
Nice. I love blending ninjas.
So you guys can
Great.
do Dean Ambrose's theme song.
Yeah, exactly. We already have like a pretty good and expensive blender. So luckily the lady friend was able to like finagle her way through Amazon and like return it. So now
Oh,
we have like
nice.
$120 to Amazon.
Oh, there you go.
So we were smart about it.
That's how you do's it.
Yeah. What
The
else?
ninjas are delicious when they're blended. I just want to throw that out there.
That's
but anyway,
creepy as hell.
well,
And so it was just weird. And who wants to go to your boss's house to get drunk?
No kidding.
Like we walk in, they start handing us double shots of Patron.
Oh.
And I was like, well, it's not my boss, so I don't give a shit. But the other thing is, I don't like doing shots that much anyways.
Yeah.
So I just like put it down. Every time they started walking around with tequila again, I just kind of like tuck and roll and go the other way.
Yeah, I always preface it. I'm like, all right, don't complain later.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do. Yeah. Okay, I'll drink it, but
Yeah. When Tequila Greg is running around with his pants off.
That's right.
This is all your fault.
That's right.
All your faults. So anyways, first of all, nobody wants to go to Christmas parties, holiday parties, whatever.
not in February.
Especially not in February. And get over
Not
yourself.
even in December.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hang out with you people. They think that
Right.
everyone wants to, oh my God, I forgot the worst
Lord,
part.
No.
Then these old fucks decide, we should play some games.
Oh no.
And you're going to hear the game and go, what's so bad about that? They said, let's play some beer pong.
Oh.
What?
Except they didn't have any beer. Like I had drank all the beer. They only had a few to begin with. And I had drank it all.
Where'd all your beer pong beer
So
go?
they divide like I think 25 of us or something into 4 teams. We had teams of like 4 to 6 people. They put 3 cups on each side, fill them with water.
Okay, Greg, piss in the cups.
And first of all, there was no bounce. You know, if you bounce it, you can swat it. Beer pong. None of that shit.
Nope.
People are like triple bouncing it into the cups, and I'm just sitting there losing my mind. I'm like, this is not how you fucking play beer pong, you idiots. Like,
Yeah.
oh my, it was the worst thing in the world. Somebody came up and like started to bounce it, and I reached for it. They're like, no, you can't do that. I was like, what do you mean I can't do that?
You should say, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah.
What the hell is this shit?
The only rule we were able to get across is elbows. I was like, I don't give a shit about elbows. You should keep your elbows back, but of all the rules you're violating, this is the least of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the worst.
Yeah, cut the Patron off of Greg. He's getting pretty violent over there.
Had nothing to do with the Patron. So I hate that night. So and then like 10:30 rolled around and I was like, why are we still here? She's like, I don't know. No one else has left yet. I was like, fuck it, let's be trendsetters.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. You coming with me? It's the worst. I can't stand her bosses. They're so weird. And the whole reason they buy presents is they're the people that like want you to appreciate them. Like, hey, look what we did for you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, we want to do nice things. It's so fucking annoying. I can't stand them.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sound like they suck. I mean, the fact that they're having the holiday party in February. I mean, what the hell, dude?
Yeah. Just you know, count your losses or whatever and have it next year.
Yeah, and you know the parties must suck if they're like nobody's complaining. Like, hey, where's our holiday party?
Yeah, no one gave a shit.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh god, we didn't have to go to his house this year.
Yeah, thank fuck.
Yeah,
and then February rolls around. Nope, gotta come over.
Fuck.
Oh, it was the worst. So stupid.
That's what February.
Mm-hmm.
F for fuck.
Yeah, fuck this month.
The only boss's party that I know of from and I didn't go, thank God, is when one of our bosses left and she threw a big party at her house because she was leaving.
Right.
And guys were like drinking and passing out and like they were still there the next morning.
Nice.
And she got up. She went to bed and guys were like throwing up in her couch. They'd lift up the cushion and throw up in her couch.
Oh, dude.
And just all kinds of, I mean, just a little trashy kind of thing.
Keeping it classy.
Yeah,
No
yeah. Like I said, I didn't even go because I'm not into that.
You throw up in your own couch.
Yeah, that's right. I got my own couch to throw up in.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't need your fucking couch.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh God. All right. Well, that's my grievance. Yesterday I bottled my Resilience IPA that I brewed, so that'll be ready in a couple weeks, hopefully, and hopefully it doesn't taste like shit. I have a really bad track record with brewing IPAs. Like I've had one good one and like 2 or 3 pretty bad ones. So fingers crossed that it works out. Brewed another one too while I was bottling. I was also brewing. I know. I brewed a new Kolsch. We'll see how that comes out. Excited for that. And I had a little extra that I couldn't fit in my fermenter, so I tucked it off to the side in this jar and threw a little extra yeast in there, and then threw a bunch of hops in there. So I'm gonna like dry hop the Kolsch and see what it comes out as. See if that's any good.
Cool.
What else? Oh, next week, make sure you come back around. Steve Courier from Slow Brew.
Oh.
I went up there about a month ago and interviewed Steve, and we talked all about Slow Brew and his background. He has worked for Firestone off and on, and Slow Brew has this weird history where like they kind of disappeared for a while, and then they came back, and Firestone bought out Slow Brew's production facility, so he was working both places. He's got quite the background, as does Slow Brew, and so he's on the show talking about his background and Slow's background, as well as when he got started brewing and all that good stuff. So come back next week for Steve. And I must mention that it's almost March. It's time for our March Madness bracket.
Oh, boy.
Last year we did the IPAs, and they all ended up being pretty clean West Coast style IPAs.
Yes.
And so I think this year we're going to go hazy.
All right.
We're going to do an all hazy bracket.
Tis the season.
Tis the hazy season. Well, if you ask the Lady Friends bosses, it tis the season.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, it's going to be an all hazy bracket. And our goal is to always, for the brackets, for the March Madness tournaments, find beers that are easily picked up by people, not just in our area, but, kind of throughout the country and stuff. So far on the list, we have Firestone's Mine Haze. We have Sierra Nevada's Hazy Little Thing. Bear Republic's Through the Haze. We've got a few more to fill out the bracket. Make sure you go to theunfilteredgentleman.com and click on bracket. Vote for your favorites, and depending on how the voting goes, that'll help determine the placement order to which they show up. And just like last year. So
yeah.
All hazy bracket this year.
Bust out that NBA Jam music.
I'm looking forward to it. I was thinking about it today. I was like, what song? Oh, of course I know what song we used. What a stupid question. So looking forward to that. Scott, I hear you had a trip to the airport.
I did. It was kind of interesting. I took the wife to the airport. She's going to check on her dad, who lives somewhere outside of the country.
Somewhere where you're not.
Yeah, exactly. It was kind of funny. We're sitting there waiting, I guess having a little breakfast, waiting for her to go catch her plane. And she's going to an Asian country. And so there's like an Asian guy talking on his phone, and he's walking while he's talking. He almost bumps into a homeless lady.
Okay. Who
turns out to be crazy, because he's like, oh, sorry, excuse me. And she rams her card into him. And she starts saying stuff. It wasn't English, I don't think. I don't know what she's saying. And he's like, oh. And he was like shocked. He looks shocked, like she's ramming her card. And he was like, oh, sorry. And so he tries to go around her, and she rams her card into again. Oh, and she's like yelling at him. By then, I'm like hitting my wife. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Did she have a Pringles can in her possession?
She didn't. She wasn't driving there. She was pushing it. And I was looking for the Pringles can of wine. I was going to ask for some.
Yeah.
But she rammed it like a couple more times, and he finally like jumped over it and took off.
God.
I mean, the guy was much better off than me, because he just like got away from her. I would have like taken the car and just shoved it up her ass or something.
Right.
The third time she rammed it into my leg.
What's wrong with her?
She was crazy. It was weird, unbelievable.
People are crazy.
Yeah, people are crazy. But yeah, so yeah. And then one more thing. I actually took my first ride on Lyft as a passenger.
Oh. You got to see what it's like to
on the other side,
firsthand.
Get hotboxed by your driver.
The driver was drunk as hell and raped me repeatedly. And just
farting up a storm.
Yeah. Typical Lyft ride.
Kept farting and turning on the heater.
Yeah, I felt right at home.
Yeah, wow. Would you rate the person?
A 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you give him a tip?
Of course.
Oh, glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Right on, dude.
The 1 penny, that's all I had. So here, take this. And
how was it? How was your first ride?
It was nice, yeah.
Just normal. Did you have conversation?
No, it was a lady. She picked me up, and we said hi, and probably ended there.
Yeah. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really talk unless they talk to me, and then if they say something. That's me too. Because usually I get the feeling, most of the time, if I'm driving, they get in the car, and the first thing, we say, hi, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. You look really nice. Can you get naked? And once that is over
with. I'm sure they
with.
say that to you all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And once that's over with, they're like staring at their phone, so I just kind of leave them alone.
Yeah.
They're like, well, that was a waste of time.
Never mind, put your clothes back on.
Yeah, I had one a couple weeks ago. We went out for Coley's birthday. Happy late birthday, Coley from the Booze League. Went out for her birthday, and the guy was just like determined to make conversation. He'd say something, and I'd respond. I wasn't going to be a dick. I'd respond like, oh yeah, this and that. And they're like, awkward silence for 30 seconds, and then he'd force another question, like, hey, what's cost of living over here? And like,
Jesus Christ. What do you do?
Yeah, clearly you can't afford it. That's my guess.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You ever been punched in the jejunum? So, I hate that. It's like, hey, man, if we have something to talk about, fine, but don't force it. We'll say our hellos. Where are you going? This is where I'm going. And then I ended up having to tell him like which freeway to take. It's like, you're staring at your phone. What's the deal here?
He's too busy trying to think of what to say.
Pretty much.
Most of the time you can sense if they want to talk or not. Usually, especially because I work early in the morning, they don't want to talk. They just want to like get to where they're going.
Yeah, half asleep. Get me to the airport.
Either they're going to work or they're coming home from a party, and it's just like, leave me alone. Just get me where I got to go.
He was like, when he missed the freeway, he was probably like, "Oh God, Josh, you're blowing it. Think of something." And you're like, "You missed that." He's like, "Oh shit!"
Exactly what it was.
At least he didn't drive on the wrong side of the road.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not this time. Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Really?
I would never ride with that person. They should have their license taken away.
Holy Lord.
Oh, jeez.
If they have one.
Yeah. All right. Any other grievances or anything?
No.
All right.
I think that's it.
Glad to hear it. We received a message from listener Mike. We had San Miguel's Red Horse a couple weeks back on the show. He sent us a message. He said, "Hey, as for San Miguel, back in the day when I was stationed in the Philippines,
Oh shit.
you could go out to the Ville. Maybe that's supposed to be villa, or village, with a $5 bill and drink all night. Get a bite to eat and a bar girl.
That's true.
And come back with $2 in your pocket and some change.
Dude.
So the beers were only 5 cents.
Yep.
God.
Good God.
Good old days.
Yeah.
5-cent Red Horses? I could get
about
pretty
the
trashed
same.
on that.
I mean, it's like 48-1 as far as the currency.
Is that what it is?
48, 50. Yeah, it's usually right around there.
Yeah.
Dude,
We loaded up.
gangster.
The one time I went to the Philippines, we loaded up with cases of San Miguel to bring home.
Yeah.
We ended up having to leave some back because we had too much.
Oh, you
It was
couldn't
just
fly
too
with that
heavy.
much or something?
Well, I think it was too heavy or whatever.
okay.
I think we ended up giving it to the wife's cousin or something.
Yeah.
You know. But, we could buy a case of San Miguel or whatever for, I don't know, $1.
God.
That's the way
Crazy,
to do it.
yeah.
That's the way. Especially Red Horse. I mean, that stuff's 8%.
Yeah.
Woo.
Same with the Red Horse.
Find that Happy Horse.
That sounds awesome, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's the way to do it. All right. So thank you, Mike. If you guys ever want to send us any messages, theunfilteredgentleman@gmail.com. And yesterday, Mike messaged me. He's over at Ladyface. They just tapped Pliny the Younger, which I'm sure was gone within a couple hours. He's like, "You come?" I was like, "I gotta work, even though it's a holiday."
Oh, man.
Old timey word of the week: altitudes. Altitudes. It's sort of a meaning of, or a word for drunk. You'd use it like, the man is in his altitudes.
Oh.
Saying that guy is drunk over there.
He's flying high.
Yeah, that man is in his altitudes. So
I like that.
Yeah, I always like when there's a word for drunk. So altitudes is our word of the day, and someone who likes their altitudes.
There's nothing better than a babe with craft beer. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week.
Our beer babe this week, her name is Cass, Kass. You can find her on the Instagrams at
Big Cass.
no, not
wrong
that at
Cass,
all.
wrong
Wrong
Cass.
Cass. You can find her on the Instagrams at Cass on Tap, all one word, no spaces,
I like it.
dots, dashes, nothing like that. And this one, she's drinking a Hopworks beer, Ferocious Citrus IPA. So make sure you're giving her a follow at Cass on Tap. All right, very quickly, let's run through just a little bit of sports talk.
And now, the sports, brought to you by cleaninguptheglass.com.
Whether it's the Baltimore Chop or the 1-2 punch, it's time for sports.
Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed have settled their collusion grievance lawsuit against the NFL for an undisclosed sum of money.
Nice.
And rumor has it that Cap will be going to the Panthers.
Oh, really?
That's what rumor is
we'll see.
saying.
They give him $20 million?
Yeah, well, he turned down an offer from the
What an
AAF. So did Tim Tebow, though. From the AAF because he said he wanted $20 million to play.
Woo.
So I don't think anybody's going to give him $20 million at this point.
No.
So we'll see how that works out. Julian Edelman is auctioning off his beard trimmings
What?
for charity.
That's a thing?
Apparently that's a thing. You can buy his beard trimmings.
Cancer or something?
Some sort of charity. I didn't read too far into it.
Really?
Yeah. Super weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. So go get some yourself, Edelman.
There you go.
Beard
Some
trimmings.
beard trimmings.
Mhm.
Coming soon, Dan's beard trimmings.
Oh, man. There you go.
We could sell that for beer charity. We could buy ourselves some beer with
Right?
Dan's beard trimmings.
That's
a lot
right.
of beer for Dan's beard.
Yeah.
Boy, that's hard to say.
Smash some cans too and get some more money.
That's what I'm talking about. Team LeBron beats Team Giannis.
Woo.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I did.
Team Janice.
At the NBA All-Star game. Boy, did I not watch any of that.
There was one play worthwhile where Steph Curry bounced the ball. Did you guys see that? Where
I
he
didn't
bounced
see
the
a
ball?
second of it. I'm sorry.
Oh man, this play was really good. Where he bounced the ball, it goes over Kevin Durant's arm, goes over the rim, over the backboard almost, and then as it comes down, Giannis grabs it with one hand and dunks it. As far as All-Star games, I'd never seen a bounce alley-oop pass over somebody who was actually trying to play some defense.
Wait, they were trying to play defense?
Yeah, for a second.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What All-Star game
They
was
were verbally reprimanded.
Yeah.
Yeah, very quickly.
Never tried that again.
They were yanked from the game.
I think final score was 201 to 198. I don't remember.
Yeah, the person trying to play defense was given 2 technicals and ejected from the game. And finally, the Padres are bidding heavily for Bryce Harper and Manny Machado. Apparently, they're offering bajillions of dollars for Bryce Harper. The first time in Padres history that they are looking to spend some cash.
Yeah. But the last word I heard is the Phillies are about to sign Harper.
Oh, really?
Oh,
That's
snaps.
right on the way here tonight. I read that.
Oh,
that they're
okay.
about to.
Hot stove.
But it's still rumors. But
Yeah.
the Padres are
I think it's $200 million or something.
Yeah.
Big money, especially for the Padres. They'd never seen that kind of cash before. They finally decided they want to win or something.
Yeah, and the two guys were just kind of laughing, saying, "That's okay."
Yeah, we're not going to the Padres.
Yeah,
No, weather-wise, you couldn't live in a better place.
no kidding. They throw
Weather
the
and
weather
beer.
and the breweries and all that.
Yeah. Who cares if you win? You're
And
making
the money?
You're gonna make $200 million to live in San
No
Diego.
kidding. Yeah.
Dude.
Shit, I'd live there for free.
Right?
And
You
if
gotta play
even
for
if you never win, which they don't.
No, they're not gonna win.
Hey, they don't care.
But no
Beautiful
one,
park, too.
great park, great
Yeah.
beer at the park.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some pretty good food too. They have some good hot dogs there.
Oh, really?
Like weird, not weird, but bacon wrapped and
Padre dog.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound as good.
No, it
No.
doesn't. And Padre dog sounds kind of weird because
yeah.
yeah.
Sounds a little.
Here, little boy, come have a Padre dog.
cool.
That's where I was going with that.
Oops.
Yeah.
Damn.
You said it for me. All right, before we get to our bullpen beer, we got a voicemail from one of our favorite listeners, Fontana Jim. If you
right.
remember, Fontana Jim was on the show back when we did the live show at 818 Brewing. He did the trivia with us.
Oh, yeah, that's
818
right.
Brewing. So anyways, Fontana Jim left us a voicemail. Here it is.
Hey, Unfiltered Gents, I saw you guys at a remote out there, I don't know, somewhere. I think I was even on your podcast answering some kind of trivia question or something. This is Fontana Jim calling to say hi. And calling to issue you guys a challenge. Because I know you like a challenge, and one of my major gripes is all of these ABI breweries call themselves craft beers. So my challenge to you is to start calling them Bud Blank. For example, Wicked Weed would be called Bud Sour. And Golden Road would be called Bud LA. Carbach would be called Bud Texas. And Golden Goose, or Goose Island, I guess we'd call that Bud Goose. What do you guys think? Later.
I'm down with that.
But yeah,
But yeah,
This guy's always got some good ideas.
he does. I was trying to think, all right, what else could we do? I think Bud owns a good chunk of Widmer, so you could Bud Hef.
yeah.
Everybody knows Widmer for their Hef. 10 Barrel Brewing, you could do Bud Barrel.
Hashtag that, man.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I liked it.
Who else did they? Oh, I think they own a chunk of Kona.
Okay.
Bud Kona, or Bud Aloha. Bud.
Budona.
Budona. Sounds like a city out in Arizona. Budona. So I'm down with that. And hey, the good thing about if you implement that plan, people will start to learn who's owned by who.
That's right.
So
I think that's important.
that is important. So I can get on board with the Bud insert name here.
True dat.
Yeah. Thanks, Fontana Jim. If you guys want to leave us a voicemail, 805-538-BEER, 2337. All right, let's do some important work here. Wow. English is hard. Important work here and make a call to the pen.
He calls to the bullpen for
Beer.
Beer. Dan's face said it all just now.
Quite the transition.
Yeah. This is a little hoppier, a little bigger. We're drinking Anchorage Brewing's collaboration with Monkish Brewing. It's called Lines Double. It's 8.4%. It's double IPA, Imperial IPA. 8.4%. Has a 4.16 on Untapped and a 4.22 on Beer Advocate. I could not find any official write-up on the beer. It just came out January, I think it was 4th of 2019 that it was bottled. And thanks to Tavor, I was able to get this about a week later. So it's still fairly fresh, about a month and some change old.
So there's no description on it or anything, huh?
No description. It's not on their website. You know, it's a collaboration, so it's not one of their regulars, so they didn't really write a description. None of the Untapped or Beer Advocates have descriptions about it. So it's up to us
to create the description.
That's right. I only had to put it back at 12 Weisers.
Brewed on the shores of the Uralava River in Rapala. Up there by Timberdoodle. Some husky jerk named Salty Dog Shrimp brewed this and calls it Bruzzin' Frog, but we call it something else.
That was pretty good.
Hang on, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, please take note.
Yes.
This one has an interesting taste to me. Like, you get kind of the normal hop flavor. But then it has like I wouldn't call it an off flavor. It's not bad, but it has an interesting aftertaste to it.
Correct.
I did read somewhere, I don't know if it's true or not, that they use the cryo hops that everyone's getting into right now. But I couldn't actually confirm or deny that because their website doesn't say shit.
Cryo hops.
Yeah.
Frozen hops?
Yeah, just like Austin Powers junk there. It's essentially very concentrated hop.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it takes less, and you get less of the vegetal qualities from it and more of the hop quality that you want.
Sounds like beer science to me.
Kind of a weird smell that I really can't describe.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. It's got a little malt to it.
Yes. Yeah, and I don't know, like you said, that aftertaste it hit me. Like right away, you saw my face, like, whoa.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know, similar to like an orange juice type of flavor.
Yeah, there you go.
A little bit.
Co-sign that heavily with a with a Sharpie pen. Like even on
slight Sharpie.
No, not like that.
No. Not like the Sharpie beer we drank.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Like even when I was taking that sip and you said orange juice, I'm like, it tastes like orange juice right now.
Yeah, like it takes a while to kind of. I was like, oh wait, this is kind of orange.
Yeah, you totally like changed my taste on that one.
Look at
I was
me
drinking beer, and all of a sudden it was orange juice.
And how would you describe the hop flavor?
Do you guys like it? Is it too weird? What do you think?
I like it. I wouldn't go buy it.
Okay,
correct. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, I would never pour anything out. But,
right. It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Dan, what say you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I'd actively be looking for this. I don't know.
I was intrigued to try it because two big breweries like Anchorage and Monkish. I thought this is gonna be good, but it's very different.
I'd have preferred your beer.
Thank you. Yeah. You know what's funny? That was almost the beer that we had for the Bullpen beer.
Should have been.
Before the show, we were drinking my home-brewed brown ale.
Damn good.
We should have that next time we're all in the studio. We should have the brown.
Yeah.
That was almost the Bullpen beer. I was like, I really want to try this one while it's still fresh.
Right.
The hops in it and all that stuff.
It would have had like glowing praise from Dan instead of all this like passive shit right now.
Right.
Like, well, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, not too bad. So it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know that I need to go seek this out ever again.
Correct.
I'm glad I got to try it. It's interesting. Might not be quite my jam.
Right.
So
that's a shame.
Yeah, it is. And it has really high scores, 416 and 422 respectively.
Yeah.
That's pretty high. I think part of it is kind of how hard it is to get, I think makes it a little more highly scored, people seeking that out and all that good stuff. So
correct.
Anyways,
I wouldn't go out of my way to get it. If it was there, I'd buy it.
Right.
But I'm not going to like, hey, where's your whatever beer?
Right. It's not like Pliny the Younger being tapped on the street
right.
where it's like, oh, let's go get some Pliny the Younger. So, all right. Well, there's that. No one's pouring it out, but I don't think anybody's going out to find it, is the consensus. All right. Let's do some booze news.
Extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
Oh, one last thing I will say about the beer. A lot of times we talk about like, ooh, this thing's 9% and hides its alcohol so well. This does not hide its alcohol. I can taste all 8.4% of it.
It's true.
It is quite warm.
Yes.
So, all right, booze news. Anchor Brewing employees up there in San Francisco are trying to unionize. They're tired of their slave labor wages, and they're trying to start a union up there. You know, Anchor now owned by Sapporo, and they're hoping that Sapporo will recognize him as a union. If not, they're going to go register with like the longshoremen and essentially and unionize somehow. I guess they're only getting paid like minimum wage, which in San Francisco is not enough to live on, and so I understand that, but yeah.
Sapporo only knows the way of the samurai. Forget what the program over there.
Look out. They'll cut your necks off.
That's right.
Pabst, the owners of Not Your Father's Root Beer and that whole line of disgustingness, is rebranding Not Your Father's Root Beer and the whole line of disgustingness in an effort to better target females aged 21 to 35.
Really?
How are they going to do that?
Just different graphics. I mean, it's the same product. They're just rebranding everything, new logos and graphics and all that stuff.
Yeah, because I think the Not Your Father's Root Beer, automatically kind of, reaches out to, I suppose, males, and even the picture, it doesn't have like a dude with a mustache on it or something like that.
Who would use a mustache in their logo?
No kidding. What an idiot.
What idiots.
Drunks.
A gentleman would.
That's true.
I heard one of their ideas that they're tossing around would to attract the women would be Pabst Smear.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Just what I heard.
He's been cut off.
Years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck with that. I guess, they hit a huge peak in sales like right after it was introduced. I think because it was kind of a novelty. And then very quickly they took a big shit. And haven't recovered since. So now it's like, we'll see if the chicks like us.
Yeah, they could probably sell it to chicks, and they can do that.
Yeah, I mean, guys, you know what? I was going to say guys. I think people, guys, girls, whatever, who enjoy beer don't want to drink that shit. Like, I know Scott will drink it. I've dumped a few of the ones that were left from a party to him, and he did drink it, but I don't think it's something he would seek out.
No. It's called Pabst Blue Ribbon, so, I mean...
I'm talking about the Not Your Father's Root Beer there.
Yeah, they could do it. They can like dress it up, make it cute. Keep that old timey look. Maybe put like Betty Boop on there.
There you go.
Betty Boop's Root Beer.
Yeah, Betty Boobs.
Boop boopy doop.
That was live, everybody. That was not from the fingers of me. That was live. So, anyways, we'll see how that goes for them. Drizzle. I believe we talked about Drizzle a few weeks back. Boston-based on-demand alcohol delivery company.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we talked about them.
I think so. It sounds familiar.
Yeah. Good news for us here in California. They have reached a new partnership with Bevmo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. The deal will make Drizzly's 60-minute delivery service available in 45 of Bevmo's stores, including the Bay Area, Silicon Valley, Los Angeles, and San Diego.
Ooh.
Shit.
Bryce Harper's like, I'm going to San Diego.
I know, right? Damn.
Yes.
That is gangster.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that, we're LA area. I hope that extends out to us. We shall see. Because I'd like to try some beer delivery service.
Why not?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I've never done Uber Eats, but I sure do beer delivery from Drizzly.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do it. Mm-hmm. What are you going to do? Sober up?
No. That's right. Awful. That's awful.
Cannot do that.
June Shine Hard Kombucha. Have you guys had hard kombucha?
Don't know.
Not that I recall.
Have you had just regular kombucha?
I don't think so.
No,
it's hard kombucha is not for me. Has secured enough funding to buy Ballast Point's old Scripps Ranch location. Has a 100,000 barrel capacity. I don't know if there's enough people drinking hard kombucha to produce 100,000 barrels worth. I certainly will not be purchasing.
No.
It's gross. What else? Oh, speaking of dry kombucha, the last time I did, I was pouring for one of the local breweries at a festival. The people right behind us were a hard kombucha. And like, hey, have you tried, the hard kombucha? I was like, no, I haven't really tried it. Not my thing. I was, I've had regular kombucha. I didn't really like it. It's like, oh, you should try this. It's really good. And to make it like quote unquote really good, they basically like sculpin that shit and just add a bunch of fruit to it.
Ew.
Which does make it better because kombucha's fucking weird. Mm-hmm. And so like I had a couple of their offerings, did not enjoy them. The girl that was working there kept coming over to our booth and just drinking our beer. She kept going, she's like, can I have a little more? I was like, you're welcome to have as much of our beers you would like. Like, we understand what your porn tastes like butthole.
Right.
Please come back over.
So I may have to punish you, though, because you did give me like 2 of those
Right.
drinks. Like,
Yeah. That was not fair of you.
So now I have to drink 2 here. And after I've had 2, then you can get 1.
Exactly. So, yeah. If anybody likes hard kombucha, let us know. I've yet to find someone who like truly enjoys it that isn't a crazy hipster. What else? Oh, dry January. We talked a lot about dry January.
That's right.
And dry January be damned. U.S. beer sales grew in early 2019.
Really?
Yes. Despite dry January, the first month of 2019, U.S. beer sales grew 3.7% compared to last year at the same time.
Take that, Jose.
Yes.
Your plan backfired.
I think he's the only one.
Yeah. Nice try, Jose. We're sorry. And then this article goes on to say those gains are likely driven by the continued success of such beers as Firestone Walker's 805 Blonde Ale, of which dollar sales were up 32.5%. And Boston Beer's Sam's 76 grew dollar sales 77.8% during the same period. Local hero 805 coming through and really ramping up some sales there.
805 saving the day.
Exactly. So, if you guys haven't heard about this on the news, then I'm glad we could introduce it to you first. A drunk chick was clicked. Wow. 8.4%.
I clicked her.
Was kicked off a plane headed to Vegas. She was on JetBlue.
Oh.
A drunk woman was kicked off a Las Vegas flight for spitting at passengers and refusing to sit next to a, quote, fucking 3-year-old.
Oh, my
End
God.
quote. On
They
the
kicked
plane.
her off because she spit?
Yeah, not because the fucking 3-year-old.
Okay.
Valerie Gonzalez was aboard JetBlue's flight from Fort Lauderdale when she realized she was seated next to a child and quickly burst into a rage, say, I'm not sitting next to a fucking 3-year-old. I've been drinking all day. Who'd have known she came from Florida?
I gotta tell you, Valerie Gonzalez, drunk, doesn't want to sit next to a 3-year-old. She sounds kind of hot to me right now.
Well, funny you should say that. We have the audio, and for everyone's listening pleasure, I edited out all the boring parts, and it's just her outbursts.
Okay.
So you're welcome.
Oh, you wanna fucking tape me, make this viral? I didn't do anything. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Yo, someone make this viral. Don't make this viral, make it viral. What did I do? I called someone old because they were?
Huh?
All right, I'll get my bag. I'll take my all y'all. My mom's gonna be so proud of me tomorrow. I didn't do anything. I sat down in my seat and I asked to go somewhere else because they were being but I get kicked off. Okay. All right. Tape this. Who's taping this? Who's taping this? Oh, y'all. No. Getting off the plane. Don't touch my I'll get off the plane. Get my off the under thing. Oh, because I called someone old. I get kicked off the plane.
Oh, that's a flight I was on.
Enjoy yourself in Vegas, babies. Vegas, baby, Vegas. I'll be there in an hour.
She at one point did call someone a cunt also.
Ooh,
yeah.
wow, hey.
No joke. Yeah. She was a classy one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor attitude. She's definitely hot.
Yeah. So good luck to all those that were on that flight. And then finally, I think Scott has a reason to audition for a live performance.
Oh.
Drunk Shakespeare is coming to Chicago.
What?
I'm there.
The off-Broadway hit show Drunk Shakespeare is coming to Chicago. For each performance, one actor takes 6 shots before the ensemble performs a Shakespeare play.
Holy shit.
The show is casting male and female non-union talent for a long-term commitment. Talent should have knowledge of Shakespeare's works. Scott, you can read up. Be comfortable with improv and audience interaction. Have strong comedic and have interest in pushing the envelope as well as an up-for-anything attitude.
Oh, sounds like more shots.
You're right?
I love drunk history.
Yeah,
so,
there you go. That's true. Talent must be over the age of 21. If you have a problem with
barely made
alcoholism, please do not apply.
Oh, shoot.
My only problem is I'm still sober.
Yeah.
Each night, a different cast member on a rotational basis will drink the shots and receive free transportation home.
Oh, man.
The production encourages talents of all backgrounds, ages, sizes, identities, and physical abilities to apply. Roles include the host, which, by the way, the host does not drink ever, so do not become the host. Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, Banquo, and Macduff. Is that a beer brand?
I think so.
Rehearsal start.
Simpsons.
Yeah, Duff beer. Rehearsal stuff start in March, and the show opens in April, starting with a 4-week contract and the possibility of an open-ended run. Talent will start at $80 per show and $20 per rehearsal, plus booze and ride home.
I'm famous.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they said no one with an alcohol problem, but I really doubt anyone showing out to rehearsals doesn't have some form of an alcohol problem. Come on, man.
I'm certainly sober.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anybody's looking to join the cast of Drunk Shakespeare, there you go. Come March, we're going to be like, where the fuck is Scott? We're going to get this text, hey guys, I'm in Chicago.
Yeah. Holding a skull in his hand.
So hence our burp word, to be or not to be.
Circled right back to it.
That's right. Circle right around. So
you imagine if you were in the show and then you burp to be or not to be. That'd be amazing.
That would be pretty
you get
good.
A standing O, I think.
Yeah.
And then roses thrown at you, and oh
Wow.
my god, that'd be awesome.
He really should try out for this.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for it.
You'd be like the first burping Hamlet. Pretty awesome. So,
Oh man.
all right, I think that's everything from us tonight.
Yeah, this may be my last show, so it's been nice, guys.
Have fun in Chicago. It'll be pretty
It's cold
sweet.
there, so.
It is cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get your jackets and whatever. You are not a fan of the cold.
I am not.
Mm-mm. You would
Yeah.
take like sweltering desert heat.
Oh, definitely.
You enjoy it. You're weird.
I know I am.
You're fucking weird.
The one time I went to the Philippines, it's 4 a.m. I walked off the plane. It's hot and humid. I'm like, oh, I love this.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I'd take the cold over that.
Ugh.
Except for it's so cold where you can't deliver beer. Not acceptable.
Right.
No, that's not good.
I need evacuation at that point. All right. Thank you all for listening. If you go to Chicago to audition, let us know. You can find us at theunfilteredgentleman.com. Find us on the social medias at The Unfiltered Gentleman, except for Twitter at Unfiltered Gents. You can leave us a voicemail just like Fontana Jim, 805-538-BEER, 2337. Maybe you've got a Bud insert brewery here that you
There
want
you go.
to tell us about. And don't forget, next week, Steve Courier from Slow Brew will be on to talk about Slow Brew and his brewing history, and a little Firestone talk in there as well. So stay around for that. I think that's everything. I hope everyone out there is staying very hydrated. And on that note, good night, everybody.